Hello, welcome to a slightly different video this time. It's not a usual League video, but it's still technically like a League video. So, the Cardmarket was doing the best Pauper Deck Ever series. They've done it with modern and they've done it with World Championship decks, so standard. And they were running polls over like a couple of weeks to like pick out of 5 decks each year which one was the best. That well, people on Twitter voted for. So some weren't always the best. It was just what people wanted, which is fair. And Carl decided to ask for community people because I noticed on their last couple of ones they didn't show Swiss rounds at all. So who even knows if their Swiss rounds were legit? To be honest, they may not. They probably were, but there's nothing there to visualize, it's hard to tell if what's true and what's not. So instead of doing however many, there's like 16 decks and 5 rounds, so 8 times 5. What's that? 40. So instead of playing 40 matches between the four of them, they decided to outsource it to the Pauper community, and where the community is always happy to help, right? So I thought, no one actually tagged me in this. I think I got tagged in Discord about this. I did get tagged in an actual tweet, which is fine. I don't really care that much, but yeah, I thought it was interesting enough. I may as well help out. It's gonna be with a lot of people that I already say are friends of the channel anyway. So I sent a DM to Carl to see what the go was, and he's like, "Yeah, it's cool. You can join." I was like the third one in, and these were the decks, right? So Goblins, Familiar Storm, 8 post, Boggles or Hexproof, Old School Affinities. This is the 3 color one with Carapace Forger, 2 mana 4/4 Metalcraft. Just blue red Tron, sort of control Tron. And then we get all to the busted decks of Flicker Drake at Elves, which is it's still around, it's just been overpowered these days. Dimir Delver, Orzhov Pest, which was during the year that I won and won the Pauper showcase, and it was the year that Astrolabe was printed. So by all accounts, this should have been like an Astrolabe Tron or some sort of Astrolabe Ephemerate sort of deck, but people picked Pestilence. This deck has never been great, and I whenever people see a black control deck, they just must pick it apparently. So that's why that's there. Is it varies the mainstay? Chatterstorm was absolutely busted. It's what I think is going to win the whole thing. Turbo Initiative was also busted. Pretty much Dark Rituals to play out initiative creatures. Kadotha Red, still wrecking people today. This one was the one with Swift Spear before it got banned. All the Glitters Affinity, piloted by the person who's playing it the most currently anyway. And there was a wildcard, because there's only 15 decks here, so they needed a 16th. So they did a wildcard one, and poor Astrolabe didn't win again. Instead, Invigorate Infect won. So I had third choice. So I think the only decks that were taken were like busted ones, like Chatterstorm, Turbo Initiative, and I think someone picked something down here. I think it might have been like 8 post or something. So I'm looking at all these decks, and I'm just like, why is this deck here? This deck shouldn't be here with all these other busted ones. Like, this thing's got no chance, right? But you know what? This was my year, and it's also a deck that I I played a lot of. So I played a lot of White Black Pestilence, but the problem is that I played mid-range Pestilence, as I like to call it. So this is the one with Thraben Inspector, Corsair Fisher. So Thraben Inspector, best card, right? This is why I love Thraben Inspector, because I played this deck for years. It was good in a fairies meta, right? You could, so you mid-rangey creatures, you play a lot of things that could block fairies, and then you sweep them all away with Pestilence and use that like plus Guardian of the Guild to control other decks and just kill them that way, right? Great deck, loved it. But it was never good. It never was great at this year. And also the other thing is that I don't think it's the deck that people want to see played. What the deck people want to see played is the control version. So I got a 5-0 with this at one point. So it's pretty much just 4 Guardian, 4 Pestilence, 2 Palace Sentinels. That's pretty much your win conditions right there. That's all you've got, and the rest is just removal, discard, card draw, and Pristine Talisman to keep yourself alive with the Pestilence. So this is what the people want. They want pretty much the current Gardens deck, or Mono Black Devotion, because Mono Black Devotion does exist. People love that deck. So this is what people wanted to see. So to pick a deck list, instead of just using this one, I decided to go to the champion of white-black control. So for people who weren't around in 2019, Amoris 27 would almost play nothing but white-black control, like Pestilence control. Sometimes he played a weird artifact, or he'd played Kiln Fiend with Nivix Cyclops, and he also played a weird artifact ninja deck, which is also pretty cool. But he played, so like if we keep, so 2018, 2019, so if we keep going in 2019, like it's just white black, right? Everywhere. Couple other decks sprinkled in between, but just keeps playing white black. So I took my list from an Amoris list. So like you can see, like there's a lot of like random one-offs that change. Like it wasn't playing a Divest, wasn't playing a Journey, wasn't playing a Gut Shot in the sideboard, but like the rest is pretty straightforward, right? So it's like 23 lanes. If you like flick between the two, you'll notice that like there's just some one-offs that change all the time. So I looked at a pile of Amoris deck lists and sort of just got an average and sort of looked at what the meta was going to be for this event, right? And we came up with this. So it's pretty much those deck lists. Like the mana base didn't change. Most of this didn't change. So like the funky, so we got early interaction of 2 dead weight, 2 disfigure. So these are good for like Monastery Swiss Beer, so things that get bigger. And disfigure is good for instant speed interaction, like against glitters. Duress, because we need more 1-mana interaction. Duress is pretty good against the control decks. And the combo decks, which there's a decent amount of combo decks, so that's why I wanted the one with the sort of heavy Duress and Castigate version, because I think that's just going to be better set up, because they're not running that many creatures. So all this like 4 Chainer's Edict, 1 instant speed edict, 1 Echoing Decay, which I think is pretty fun against all the fairies. It's pretty good against Chatterstorm. And that's probably about it. Probably good against elves as well. And then we've got like Night's Whisper, need some card draw. We've got 2 Read the Bones just for some more card draw. I've got a funky one of Unmake, just because I feel I needed more instant speed interaction rather than just a pile of edicts. So, and Amoris seemed to play that a lot, so it seemed like the best choice, rather than like a Doom Blade or something, because Cast Down wasn't printed back then. And I'm running 1 Evankar's Justice to go along with the 4 Pestilence, just because sometimes you need to actually sweep on turn 4, which this one lets you do. Pestilence, you have to wait a turn. So we've got 5 sweepers, and then the win conditions are 4 Guardian of the Guild Pact. So you're pretty much just trying to get a Guardian, get a Pestilence, and then keep sweeping the board and pinging them down while Pristine Talisman gains you life. So therefore you'll get to a point where you have more life than they do, and then you just Pestilence and do damage to them equal to the life total. Palace Sentinels is also good because there's like Night's Whisper and Read the Bones hurt. So there's nice to have just a steady stream of card advantage, which Palace Sentinel provides. Plus you're running a lot of removal, so it's like Black Gardens, right? You're just trying, instead of the initiative, you've just got Monarchy, because that's all that there was back then. I don't even know if it was running Thorn. Well, Thorn was legal at this time as well, I guess, so. But the extra point of toughness is handy on Palace Sentinels, so that's where I run that instead. Mana base consists of 2 Kibera Crossroads and 2 Radiant Fountain to gain some life, 4 Scarab Barons to gain life, 4 Basilica to gain your cards and to rebuy these things, 2 bogs because graveyard decks are around. I don't think there's actually many in this meta. There's some like Ghostly Flicker decks, like Flicker Drake and the Familiars deck, but I think they're at instant speed, so I don't know how this is going to help that much, but it's there anyway. It's what the deck ran at the time. And yeah, and that's the main deck. Sideboard, he ran between 2 to 4 Fragmentize, so I'm running 2. It doesn't kill Mirror Enforcer, which is annoying, but it kills artifact lands, which is its main thing. Kills the enchantments against Boggles. That's what it's mainly there for. It's for, yeah, Affinity and Boggles, I guess. So it ran between like 4 to 6 circles of protection, in some combination of red, blue, and black. He never ran a white one. So running 2 blue for the Delver decks and the Fairies decks, in which there's only 1 Delver deck and there's 1 Fairies deck, and I think those are the only blue decks that will kill you by attacking. So these will be pretty niche. Circle Protection red. I think there's Glitters, which doesn't matter. There's Goblins and Coldotha red, both of which I think are a little bit too quick for Circle Protection red to work. We're better off with trying to sweep with Pestilence, so these may just stay on the board. But I thought this was the one that was mostly needed, so I went with 3. The only green decks were Hexproof's in there. So it's Hexproof, Elves, and Infect. All of which I think die to removal more than we needed. So they died to just removal in general, right? So we didn't need Circle Protection green, in my opinion. With all these combo decks, I decided out of Palace Sentinels, just because all these like removal spells are going to be useless against those, so I'm better off just having something I can side in, which is what Palace Sentinels and Nihil Spellbomb are for. And then like another sweeper for Elves and Goblins, the creature decks, and then more just maxing out on the Duress and Castigates for the combo decks, and another Edict for Hexproof, because apparently running 5 Edicts isn't enough. So what I noticed amongst all of the decks, if we go to it, everyone posted their deck list, which you should be able to find somewhere. But I think this was the only other black deck, right? So I realized, and they weren't running any Edicts. So I realized as soon as I resolved a Guardian of the Guild Pact, it was not dying. Unless I decided to block a Mirror Enforcer or something. So that was the goal, was to always just resolve a Guardian, and then hopefully Pestilence wasn't too far behind, and I should be able to control it from there. So yeah, we played 5 rounds. Won't spoil anything. Did it over like a couple of weeks, so my voice is going to be all over the shop in this one. So something a little different. Playing banned decks, I guess, or decks throughout history. And plus, everyone loves Pestilence, right? So here's a league of Pestilence. I hope you enjoy. All right. Round 1 in the Magic Cardmarket best of Pauper decks. So I'm on 2019 Pestilence, Control Pest as I like to call it, and they are on 2010 Goblins. So we're the poor people that everyone thinks is gonna lose. But we managed to pair up against each other, so at least one of us will get a win. I have a sweeper against their pile of 2/2s. I have a removal spell to help gain me some life. So I think this is good. I'm going to keep this. And hope they don't burn me out. I just need like a Kabira Crossroads. Cool. Means they can't... There we go. That means they can't attack this turn. Ooh, only kept it 1 lander too. Alright, I can Basilica, but I might just Echoing Decay on a creature. I can also Night's Whisper next turn, depends on what I get. Greater. Okay, let's kill this cohort. So it won't attack, which means the Jackal Familiar can't attack. Which means I take no damage for another turn. Disfigure's great. This is looking pretty brutal. Yeah, I'll let them attack. Another Jackal Familiar. Okay. Do I just fire off this Evankar's Justice now? I mean, probably. Get a 3-for-1. They're missing land drops, which is rough. Okay, so now we can play Pristine Talisman. We can pay this Crossroads. I don't think I need to Disfigure, so let's just draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. Flunkies, okay. I'll take the 1. Play another Talisman. I think I want to kill this Raider. If they want to kill their own Mog flunkies to kill my Pestilence, that is fine. They did not kill their own Mog flunkies. They play another one. Okay. I guess we just make them lose 1. And we will ping them for 1. Yeah, and from here, I think we got them. Sweet. Alright. Well, that was nice. So now, we bring in... we take out Read the Bones. So we take out things that usually cost us life, right? And I think Duress isn't worth it, because they only run a couple of burn spells. So we bring in Circle Protection Red, the other Evankar's Justice, an Edict, I guess, just for more early removal. Maybe I take out a Pest. Now that I've brought in an Evankar's Justice. I just don't want too many things that cost 4. And I've got 2 cards left in my deck. Oh, yes, another COP Red. Maybe just keep in Pest. I didn't actually look at what their sideboard has. I guess we'll see. I don't need to peer into their deck to know what's going on. Do I put in Pestilence or no is the question. Magnetize. Yeah, sure, there's nothing else. I mean, there's Palace Sentinels. Palace Sentinels is probably pretty good, actually. I just want to hit a sweeper. Alright, we're on the draw again. No white, but we can Evankar's Justice, and we have a Pristine Talisman, so we'll keep. And then mulligan to 5, which is a bit rough. So that is fine. Alright, hit the white source. Yep. Take one. It's fine. Can edict. I might as well. Take two. I think I just play Pristine Talisman. I can just play Guardian next turn and that'll lock him out. If they've got artifact removal, it's a bit rough for me, but I might hit an untapped land. Take one. Man, the deck just feels so awkward. Like, you got a 2/2 here, but it can't attack. It's so rough. Let's... If I... Evankar's Justice, they'll sack this to keep that alive, and then they'll have one creature which can't attack into this anyway. Let's just... I don't even need to draw cards, right? Let's just play another Guardian. I might as well start beating down. Sure, take 3. I'll take 3. Okay. Yeah, we'll play this. And then not attack. And then just drown them in card advantage. Lane's nice. That's what I needed. Cohort's cool. It means they can attack with everything. But they probably don't want to because I've got 3 blockers. So now I just do this. They can sack these 2 to keep these 2 alive. And they scoop. Okay. Well, that was pretty rough. This is probably one of the best matchups I could have had. I think Hexproof's another good matchup for me. And maybe Elves. So, yeah, woo, off to a good start. I feel a bit bad. But it can't be as... Yeah, they can't all be one-sided, right? Goblins has to have a chance. All right, round 2 of the Magic Cardmarket thing. Best Pauper Deck ever. We are up against 2013 Invigorate Infect. We're on the play, which is nice. We have 1 removal spell that we cannot cast on turn 2. I think this is still fine. Cool. No 1-drop. It's nice. Means they probably have a 2-drop. That's the probe. Well, they've got to play a creature eventually, right? if they don't, I'm just read the bones, try to find another land and another removal spell. Okay. That's exactly what we're doing. And that's exactly what I wanted. So we'll take both of these. And what do I discard? Probably the Pest? Maybe just discard Palace Sentinels. I can't see them beating Guardian plus Pest, right? As soon as I got that down, I've won. Black Mamba. Can't even cast Justice. Do I disfigure it first? Actually, let's just edict them. Let's not make it too complicated. And then I can disfigure on their turn. If they have a buff spell, they might tap out, and then I can try and pest. Yep. Let's try and disfigure it. Sure. Now, just play Guardian. Because the pest won't kill. Well, the other two won't kill. So I'm dead to like 3 buff spells plus the... Yeah, cool. Alright. So now we pest. And pass. So I just need to survive this turn, and I should be able to kill this, and then from there I should... Like, I've got the lockdown. Whoops. I should have Pestilenced in response to their attack. Okay, well, I'll do another Pestilence. It doesn't really matter. Because, yeah, that'll do. And then another one. So now we just... Yep, cool. Alright, so they only had 2 creatures. So we prepared for this by... So I'll bring in... We just need to... like, make sure they can't kill me, because they've got no card advantage, right? So I just need to rip out the cards from their hand. So we don't need Palace Sentinels. I don't need Pristine Talisman. And then we just see if this works. Probably should have brought in Fragmentize as well, because I think they have... Ugh. Can't keep this hand. The Ichthyormia. I have an Edict. So I guess I can keep this. Alright, they got the turn 1 play. Did they kill me this turn? No. Okay, I guess I play this. And then I can Edict and Basilica. I could just be dead. I am not dead. Excellent. Means I should win here. Only because they didn't draw a second land. Okay, so we Reader the Bones. Edict's good. Don't need another untapped land. Could Basilica, but then I'd have to discard a card. So we'll just play this. Pass. So I have Unmake plus a Diabolic Edict. So we will unmake this. And then we will Night's Whisper. Wolf, yep. We will chain as them. Play Guardian. And then I can play the Pestilence, and then I've locked him out. Oh, I drew another Edict anyway. Sweet. Yeah. Matches is not winnable. Cool. Alright. Sweet. Another good pairing. RNG gods have done it again. So we're 2-0. We need one more to get to top 8. So come on. I don't even know what. We'll probably lose in the 2-0 bracket. And we got to hope that the 2-1 bracket will give us something we can work with. Like, I think the blue decks aren't too bad. And elves is the other easy one, I think. So hopefully get one of them. Woo. All right, so this is round 3 versus Eco Baronin. They are on 2019 Blue Monday Delver, as I like to, or Dimir Delver. So they've got Daze, Foil, and Gush. I can't keep 6 mana sources on 1 removal spell. Can keep this though, so this is fine. Echoing Decay is only good against Delver. Chainer's Edict is bad against most things. I think I just want the interaction. I need to be able to double spell at some points, but I think I'm going to put back this Echoing Decay. They're mulligan to 5. And I believe their only sources of card advantage are Augur of Bolus and Gush. There we go, turn 1 Delver. So we got to try to do something about that. At least I've got 2 gain lands to be able to mitigate some amount of damage from this thing. They may have kept a 1-lander. No, okay. Alright, well, I guess I just bog now. Did they keep two on? No, they drew a card, so they don't know what's on top. No flips? Flips. Okay, Soul Reap. Soul Reap is completely useless. So they're running, I think, 2 Soul Reap. They Gush now. Trying to hit an Augur. Well, they didn't hit a land drop anyway. So yeah, so they're running, I believe, like 7 removal spells. Which are all, well, some can kill the Palace Sentinels, right? So the Snuff Outs and Soul Reaps and whatever. So I think I want to just Castigate here, because I'm scared of Daze. If they Daze me, that's fine. That means I have to bounce their island. Yeah, and there's the Daze, and a counterspell. So I can't avoid the Daze. Echo Indicator does nothing, Soul Reap does nothing. So I get rid of this counterspell. Hope they don't hit an Augur of Bolus, and then I can Chain as Edict away this Delver next turn. Okay, so we just Edict now. There goes Delver. We just pass, miss a land drop. So they should have these 5 cards in hand. Alright, so we will Knight's Whisper, try and hit a land. We do not hit a land. Alright, they can get a black now. Okay, there's 2 Soul Reaps. Okay, so there is 1 unknown. Gush again. Into Delver. Into Delver. They still got Daze. And I cannot draw a land. Okay, so it's just Edict again. So the Gush is gone. No flips still. Sure, just don't cast a Gomag. Sweet. Land, please. Come on. Alright, well, may as well. They got nothing. Cool. Land. They'll Daze it. But I guess it gets the Daze out of their hand. Sure. Yep. Another Edict. Alright. Just pass. Gonna have to discard. They don't anything. I didn't even put a land on the bottom. Alright, well, see if they got another Daze. Yep. Come on, these aren't lands. Give me lands. Still nothing. Thank you. Alright, I think... Do I try and cast this Palace Sentinels? So they still have foil and whatnot. I might try 1 Guardian. feel if I resolve the Palace Sentinels, I win. So that's a foil. Sure. Still don't know what two of their cards are, so they've only got two unknowns. Alright, so now we try... Palace Sentinels? Sure. Okay. Guardian. It'll get hit by foil. Yep. Alright. Got one Guardian left. Well, and another one left in my deck. What is this? Gush? Okay, Meg. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just try and kill it. And then exile their graveyard, so it's hard for them to do the next one. Cool. I might wait till I get a Duress or a something else as an Augur. Gush, okay. Well, they're out of Gushes. I think that's all four. 1, 2... That's 3. I'm not entirely sure if they actually run 4. I think they only run 3. If they're playing Augur, I can play a Pestilence and just start plinking them off. I don't want this to... I think I have to wait until I get a Duress. A Duress or a Castigate. Because they've only got 3 Gurmags left and 4 Augurs, right? So all I need to do is kill them and they can't kill me. There we go, shuffle away the garbage. So that one's gone, and the Soul Root's probably shuffled away. And I've got a million removal spells. Sure, I can't counter it. Counterspell? Sure. Okay, so they've used... So days I don't have to worry about because I got buckload of mana, right? So they've used 2 foils, which I think is all they got. They may have 3. I should have looked at their deck list. And they've used only 1 counterspell. So they've still got 3 counter... They got 1 in hand and 2 more. I mean, that's pretty good. Let's use that. I'll just play Pestilence. If they counter it, that's fine. He gets one out of the hand. They're going to have to. Otherwise, they're just going to start dying. Or they could kill their own Augur of Bolas to kill my Pestilence. That's fine. And I'll just take 1. I've got the Pristine Talisman to ignore this attacker. Yeah. Probably can't just dismiss this. Because they would have shuffled away the garbage. Alright, Gomag. Ooh. What is this? Double Gomag? Yep. Oh, just tap. Okay. Just not using up the entire graveyard. Okay, so now we can unmake this. If it gets countered, I just play a Guardian, then it stonewalls that anyway, because they don't have any edicts. I can't do this too. So if they've only got one counter spell, yep, sure. So now I can just resolve Pest, but I can only do it for 2, and I'd rather try and get rid of this now. So we will just unmake this, and then play Guardian. I don't want to fall for the last days. I'm not gonna fall for the last days. So let's just Night's Whisper. And play a Basilica. Return a Radiant Fountain. Alright. 3 Augur, 2 Gomag to go. Put the 2 on the bottom. So here's another Gomag. There's 2 more counter spells to try and deal with too. It's another Gomag. Man, they're keen. I guess they don't really have much of a choice, do they? So, if I resolve the Pestilence, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 black. So I need to... guess I can just resolve both, right? Actually, play this. Guardian. Guess it doesn't really matter. Pest. Then I can block 1, take 5. Yep. Alright, locked him out. Cool, cool. Alright, we're up a game. This was the game plan, was to just kill all their threats, because I have more, because of Chainer's Edict, pretty much. I don't think, I probably should have looked at this sideboard. No, the only things they have in this sideboard that are relevant, because they have just more creature removal, which is irrelevant against Guardian. They have Hydra Blasts, which are useless against me. So they have a Null and Dispel. So artifacts and enchantments and instants are now the problem. So if we take out Evankar's Justice, because it only kills Delver. I didn't put any COP black in. Don't want to put in Spellbomb. I don't think Spellbomb really matters. I think I just need Duresses to try and cut out their removals, their counter spells, for my counter spells to resolve. I think I'm going to take out Palace Sentinels. Just because they may keep in some removal. And if they do, this is the only thing it can target. But it is so good against them. I think I really want Castigates. And probably this Edict. And Echoing Decay is probably... Is it better than the other options? Probably not. Dead Weight you can just put on a Gomag to make it terrible. And I need some like a 1 mana interaction. Then I don't have 2 Delvers out like they did last time. maybe. COP blue. Don't think it's worth it. I think we go with this. And hope we can rip their hand to shreds. I mean, they did mulligan to 5. So. 4 lands is a lot, but I might be able to draw out of it. I do have 2 card draw spells. And they've mulligan, so I think I'll keep this. I'm mulligan to 5 again. On the play both times. Don't want Delver again? No, okay. So I think I just play the Jewel. We'll go? Sure. So I may as well use an Edict now. They whiff on the Augur too. That's some rough beats. That's just so I have an empty space in hand so I can Knight's Whisper and not have to discard a card. Double Probe? Sure. Alright, so let's Knight's Whisper. A counterspell. Oh, they just daze hardcast. Okay. Well, let's get rid of their graveyard. So even if they do get a Go Mag, it's going to be harder for them to cast. Augur? Gosh, alright. Delver. Yeah, I'm keen to just Edict. Sure. Alright, don't flip. Yay. Augur. It's good. I still don't want to annul. Yeah, well, I knew they were going to side it in. I don't want to get hit by Daze, so unless I hit an untapped land, I'm not playing this Guardian. So I think I just Knight's Whisper. And I'm happy enough for this to get dazed. Cool, alright. So they've got a Null, Delver flips, and a Preordain. So I think this Duress should let this Pestilence resolve. Let's see what they got. I guess not, right? So, I guess I get rid of this counterspell. And then I can at least play Guardian. Or do I try and sucker? Because all they've got is counterspells, right? So I definitely take rid of the counterspell. I can play Guardian, but do I just try and play this Pristine Talisman to sucker the Annul? Yeah, okay. And then I Pest next turn. So they've got Daze, Dispel, and an Unknown. So we Pest. Resolves. We pass. And then I can just pest away the Delver. I'll take one. Alright, and then on the end step we kill it. And we make sure they don't have a normal counterspell, which they don't. I'll just play around days. Okay, play Guardian. And from there we win. Or we should win. Augur hits. Preordain. That was a good hit. GG. We get the GG. With 3-0, Pest is into the top 8. Woo! Haven't dropped a game. Who knew that Pest was good against creature decks? Sweet. Alright. Oh, okay. I don't know if that was fantastic showing, because they struggled a bit. They mulliganed to 5 both times. But I mean, they were putting pressure on, especially game 2, but we managed to grind them out, so. Alright. See if we can keep this going. Well, it's going to be combo decks from now on, I would think, so I can't see us winning. I can't see us going 5-0, but 4-1 might be a possibility. Alright. Round 4 of the Magic Cardmarket League. We're playing against Chatterstorm. So this may end poorly, but we'll see how we go. Oh, I can't keep that. Only one land. Only one land again. Although I've got the Echoing Decay, which I think is what I need to actually have a chance to win. Oh, and Evan Card's Justice is okay. But I can't justify keeping a one-lander. Sure. Back with this. I don't think the Disfigure is going to be really doing much. Alright, we'll see how quickly we get destroyed. You're saying there's a chance. Okay. I think I still read the bones. I don't want either of these. Okay, that's fine. I can't even pest. Let's see. They should go off this turn, I would think. Duress. There goes Night's Whisper. Yeah. Is that all? We're gonna like blood a punch. Ooh. Okay. Well, I've got nothing. Hello? MTGO? There we go. I'll turn this. So pretty much only drawn lands, which has been great. Now they go off. And then I die, and then I bring in a pile of sideboard, bring in a pile of hand hate. I mean, it was a pretty abysmal hand. Well, I had to mulligan twice and then just mulligan down to nothing good. Even one hand disruption spell would have been nice. Just 2 land. I would have been happy with 2 land. Relay? First aid class. And then chatter. I'll let him get the combat triggers. I mean, I'm dead, right? Yeah. I'll let him get the cool looking swing of everything. The Echoing Decay wouldn't have worked anyway because they had double their first aid class and they had the duress, so can't do anything about those. Alright, so I'll bring in Palace Sentinels. Take out Evankar's. Well, we just need to take out. They're going to kill me in one big foul swoop, right? So, like, instant speed creature kills probably better. Dead weight's pretty useless too. None of these help. Like, maybe Evankar's Justice. No, actually, Pestilence is better. The Pestilence Guardian lock is what's going to get me there. So I think I just go with this. And just hope I can hit the right cards to be able to, like, get this, or get a creature in the Pestilence up with 2 black mana always, and then I should be okay. Although I don't actually know what they have in their sideboard, so. One Echoing Decay. Sure. They've probably got hand disruption, but I don't think Nihil Spellbomb actually does anything. It's just there to, because it at least cycles. It's better than just a random removal spell. Mulligan's good. Mulligan's good. And a mulligan to 5 with a duress would have been great. Could still pop off though. I'll just start gaining 2 life and play this spell bomb. I'm gonna play the swamp so I can crack the spell bomb. Sure. Back up to 7. Because they miss a land. Castigate's pretty good. Or at least... Ooh, but then I can't really do anything the next turn. But I might draw on a tap land. I want to see what they're working with here. Okay. So, they don't really have anything at this point in time. Do I take away the Night's Whisper? don't think there's any point trying to get rid of double relay. I'll take away the Night's Whisper. And hope they just get choked on lands. There's duress, but I think I can wait a turn. So we'll read the bones. I do not want either of these. Talisman is okay. Let's play this Basilica. I just need a creature. If I can get a creature out with this Pestilence out, I should be able to kill them. Alright, well the likelihood of them having a Chromatic Star into Mana Morphos is probably not great. Actually, yeah. That's all they could really have, because they got a lot of tap lands, so they shouldn't really have much that comes in untapped. Ooh. Got it's a mana source. Just gonna relay. And they can double relay. Jesus. Yep, so still got 2 relays and a Chatterstorm. Maybe I should have taken the Dark Ritual. Here's a Chatterstorm. So they're just going to do double relay. Okay. Maybe I should have got rid of a relay. I can't beat this. Because they're just gonna rip my Echoing Decay out and I just die. So alright, well, that's how it goes. Doesn't matter. We got like maybe there was a different thing we could have duressed, but yeah, I think they got lucky with the 2 cards they drew off that Night's Whisper, which they just said. So I made the right decision, take it away, and then they just went off anyway. So, ugh, whatever, it's fine. we're 3-1. We expected this to happen. One more round to go. All right, final round in this. I don't know. It's 2 days every time I do this, and I just forget. In this best Pauper Decks Ever challenge thing. So final round, we are 3-1. We are up against Walker, who is on Glitter's Affinity 2024, 2023, one of the two. Chainer's Edict is not. We need spot removal. Sure, I've got 2 card draw spells and 2 lands. Guardian's not that great when most of their things are colorless. So I think I mulligan just to try to hit a like a 1-drop removal spell. Although they mulliganed. Alright, we're back. I think I got a mulligan. It's pretty close. Don't even have that much. Yeah, I'm on the draw. I gotta try. Okay, at least we've got instant speed and we got a duress. I think this is much better. So, I think aggravating to pay is pretty good. This at least we can flash back. I think we try and rip to the hand to shreds while they're low. So I think I keep this. I think I just put back this Chainer's Edict. Because the Diabolic Edict might be able to surprise them. And I don't think we're going to get into 7 mana. I mean, we might do with the 2 hand disruption spells. Alright, we hope tap land. And then they rely on a Springleaf Drum. And we rip the Springleaf Drum right out of their hand. Dent Recruit. Okay. Alright, well, we duress. We see what they got. Cool. Alright. That was a good hit. Hit me for 1. Land. Nope. Okay. Okay, so there are 2 unknowns. So let's just edict them now. Pass. Synth is not good for me. Glinthawk, that's the worst possible option. And there's a glitters in hand. So they're just going to put the glitters on the Glinthawk? Sure. Oh, good thing I've got another edict. So, we edict them, and then we castigate the synth out of their hand. Cool. Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. Oh, card draw. Into 2 useless cards. Nice. Okay. If the Ginger Brute's not that bad. Synth, sure. Another synth, okay. Well, that's all 4 synths gone. And there's the Ginger Brute. So they got to play the Ginger Brute. And then just pass. Like, they got to swing in. Yeah, they got to pinch. It's the best way to draw cards. So that means I've got to swing back to get back the Monarchy. So we'll do that now. I can Talisman into Knight's Whisper. There's an Evan-Cuz Justice. Alright, and I can keep up Echoing Decay. Because they may play another Ginger Brute. I mean, I doubt it. But that's always something that can happen. Crack a Synth, sure. Hits a Galvo Blast. So now they'll probably attack in to see if they can steal the Monarchy from me. And then they'll Galvo Blast this. If they do, otherwise they might just do it to my face. I've got Evankar's Justice to sweep away all the... So we wait till they attack. Alright, now we do this. So they couldn't sack it to gain 3 life. There's the blue. So the only problem there was yeah, that's expected. So I was dead to... I wasn't dead to... Metallic Rebuke. I should have probably looked at their list before I started playing, but I don't know if they actually had one of those. I think I want to play this Guardian. I don't think there's anything that they can do to get past this. And then I'll just Evankar's Justice to sweep away the 2 Samurai tokens, because I have a feeling there's going to be another Samurai token coming. Yeah, or that. Make it unblockable. Attack in. Can't block. Get the Monarchy back. Just pass. Do I buy back this is the question. Surely they don't have Rebuke. Cool. Okay, get my Monarchy back. Hope there's not a 3rd Ginger Brute. And recruit's fine. No synth crack. Cool, cool. So... just Guardian. Edict. And then from here we're fine. I've been cracking the synth. Yeah, I don't need to cast this Evankar's Justice. Down to 8. Then I get to attack with all Guardians and kill them with the Evankar's Justice. Might be hard with the Mirror Enforcer in the way. But they still concede. Okay. Alright. Won that because they mulled the 5 on the play, and we had the turn 1 duress, so... I think... we keep Unmake. Like, I think we keep all of it. I bring in Fragmentize. Sure, it's not instant speed, but it kills a lot of things for just 1 mana. Like, maybe we don't want duress. I feel we've got enough edicts that I don't really want another one. I'd rather targeted removal. I just want things that are instant speed. I guess I don't need things that are instant speed if I'm ripping the hand to shreds, right? And I think I need Palace Sentinels because they... Okay, well, maybe we just try and, like, Guardian Pestilence lock them out, right? So I don't need Evankar's Justice. It's a little too slow. I'd rather just have more spot removal. We'll we'll put in a Diabolic Edict over a Chainer's Edict, just because having instant speed interactions a bit better. And then I think I want like another just early piece of interaction. And like maybe Duresses are better than Castigate because it's earlier and most of the things I want to keep in hand would be not creatures. Maybe we just keep this. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Might cut a Read the Bones, just because it's a bit slow. Maybe one Palace Sentinels. Alright, we'll try this. Okay. We have the turn 1 Duress into a turn 3 Unmake. I think this is fine. Not fantastic, though. Recruit, yep. Synth Glitters Blast. I gotta get rid of the glitters, right? It just applies too much pressure too quickly. And now they probably won't. So they can play the synth to be able to do 3 damage this turn. But I don't think they will. I think they'll just play... I think they had a tap land, right? Yeah, so they should just play the tap land, attack for 1. Would be my guess. And I think me taking the glitters makes it pretty obvious that I don't have an edict for turn 2. So yeah, you don't have to be aggressive. Okay, so I can Knight's Whisper, or I can make sure I can unmake on turn 3, which I think is the play. And then I can hit a Guardian on turn 4, which I think is what I want to do. Alright, so now they should Furnace into Synth, or just Furnace attack for 3 pass. Yeah, we can get rid of this. And they hold up Galvanic Blast. But Galvanic Blast is always pretty much going to face. Because the only thing it can kill is Palace Sentinels. Ginger Brute is fine. Okay. So we just pass. Synth is fine. Reckless Impulse, okay. Springleaf Drum. Tap the Ginger Brute to be able to cast it. Sure. Ginger Brute Frogmite. Can cast Frogmite. So let's just get rid of this. So I know they've got Galvanic Blast in hand. Even though I could play Guardian next turn and just block it forever. Okay, they have a Mirror Enforcer as well. Alright, so I've got to play this Guardian. Which will block the Frogmite. Yep, that's not good for me. I may just be dead here. So don't attack with the Frogmite. I have to take this. Down to 9. They got a Galvanic Blast in hand, and I've drawn so many Guardians. So I can play another Guardian. but that doesn't do anything. I'm just going to scoop, because like I'm just going to be chumping these and then dying anyway, so... Too many mirror enforcers. Like, maybe I shouldn't have wasted... I had to use my mana on turn 3, right? I had to kill something. But at least the Guardian, like, blocks that forever. So maybe I should have killed the Ginger Brute. But then it'd be, like, 3 less life down. Yeah, I don't know. I like the turn 1 duress. And yeah, even, like, I just don't have time to play Night's Whispers. So maybe I just cut them too. Bring in a Palace Sentinels, because at least it blocks. And bring in another Edict. Take out a Talisman. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Sure. This looks okay. We've got the early interaction, a little bit of, like, yeah, we've got the early interaction, which is all I wanted, and some lands to actually cast them. Ginger Brute, okay. I think I just killed that with the dead weight. Okay, Basilica. Frogmite. Alright, well, we'll see what they're working with. Glinthawk, Reckless Impulse, Mirror Enforcer. Okay, I think I just get rid of the Mirror Enforcer. Because it's the biggest threat at this point in time. They've got a pile of lands. If they manage to draw another land, a red one, then they can get their card draw off. But they don't have... Okay, well now they've got access to it. And they drew 2 lands. That's great for me. So it means they're going to have to... Okay, they don't have to play anything, I guess. So let's Night's Whisper into Edict. Maybe I should have fragmatized it. What do we got now? Another Reckless Impulse into a Thoughtcast. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't cast it this turn. They've got a Glinthawk to save it from the Edict. They have a lot of cards. Could fragmentize a land, which might make it hard for them to cast the Mirror Enforcer. But then I don't actually get to cast anything. So if I kill this, 1, 2, 3, 4. It means they have to, like... So they have to play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Yeah, okay. It doesn't really do too much. Okay, I think I just Palace Sentinels. And hope to draw into something. Oh, the Fragmentize is fantastic. I should have used the Fragmentize on the Frogmite. I could just get brutally destroyed here. I wasn't expecting another card draw spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Mirror Enforcer still costs 1. Yep. Into Glinthawk. Into another Glinthawk. Probably. Yep, return an Ancient Den, I assume. Just a Springleaf Drum. Replay Springleaf Drum. Into another Glinthawk. We'll Galvanic Blast my Palace Sentinels. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. Alright, I could very well be dead here. Alright, just the Glinthawk. I think that's fine. Let it through. Not that I have a choice. Why aren't you dust to dust? I mean, it'd be nice if they don't play anything, but they're obviously going to play at least a Glinthawk. Sure. Can always fragmentize that. I think they were scared of the echoing decay. Sure, well, I can't do anything about it. Returns Mirror Enforcer. Okay. Oh, I should have... Oh, it doesn't matter. They're going to sack this anyway. Hmm. Okay, so we killed this. And then we replay Palace Sentinels. I'll keep up Diabolic Edict again. And pass. And then take 4 from the Glinthawks. So I don't know anything in their hand again. I just got to draw Pestilence. Maybe I should have taken out the Evankar's Justice. Yep, take 4. Sure. It's just Edict Fodder. Okay. Well, there's Pest. Does that save me? Guess I can do it on their turn. I just gotta hope they don't have double. So they can draw another card, that's fine. Just gotta hope they don't have, yeah, double Galv Blast. Or triple Galv Blast, I should say. Alright, I'll do that at least. Then we'll see if they still attack. So they do not. Cool, and then we will kill the 2 ardent recruits. Gotta take this monarchy back. So... I can flash back a Chainer's Edict. And I will attack with the Guardian. Because I don't want them to... Well, the only haste creature's Gingerbrute. Yeah, I don't know. I should just attack with everything. That was probably a bad move on my part. Can't do anything about that. I don't recruit. That's fine. That's annoying. At least I know they don't have a pile of Galblast in hand. So I guess I just look at what they've got. Goodbye, Frogmite. I will destroy the synth. I need a Galvoblast anyway. Gotta be aggressive. I've only got 1 Galvoblast. Do I attack with Palace Sentinels? Yeah, sure. Because I could, like, do 2 damage to kill the rest of their team and still be out of Galvblast range. So they used 1 already, then they've got another 1 exiled. So I can't use this Knight's Whisper. I mean, I can. Because I go to 5. I didn't think this attack was this interesting. I suppose they got a Galvanic Blast so they can blast the Palace Sentinels away. Sure. Alright, we'll see what they kill. They might kill the other Palace Sentinels then. Yep, which they do. Sure. Glitters. Yep, okay, so we got this. So we... And so we're down to 8, so I may as well just do the Pestilence for 1 more. So now my clock's a little slower. Actually, I probably didn't even need to do that. So now I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got lethal. So we attack for 2. They go to 5, and then I've got exactly 5 black. Sweet. Alright. We ripped that Pestilence at the right time. Oh, it's good to play Pest again. Yeah. Fun times. We did what we needed to do, which was kill the creatures. They drew a lot of cards after ripping their hand to shreds, so there was a lot of touch and go. And that was probably like the most interactive game I've played out of all of these 5. So I'm pretty happy with that. 4-1. Pest went 4-1. Who would have thunk? Am I right? Do I wrap this up? I don't know how I do these things. I may do. I mean, I guess I better wrap this thing up, right? I'm too used to my one format and I can't really change it. So, we did all right. For what I thought was going to be like the worst deck, no one predicted this deck to make it into the top 8, let alone go 4-1. So the matchup gods really helped us out, considering we got Goblins, which was like, that was a slaughter fest, and then into Infect, which got a little lucky. I think they stumbled a little bit, but also another matchup where removal is king. And then round 3 against the Dimir Delver, which also, like, not having any edicts for the Guardian and mulliganing a lot, I think, made it hard for them. But it was an enjoyable match. I enjoyed that one. And then we got completely destroyed by what I think is the best deck in the format, which is Chatterstorm. So I hope you enjoyed me getting completely annihilated there. And then we had a really close and really interesting game against Walker in the last one. I think that was like easily the best match out of this entire event. At least it felt like it had a lot of ebb and flow between them. So maybe like, and it held up against 2024 glitters, right? So maybe the deck's not that bad after all. Even like all the cards are still legal. It's just been, it's just can't pick on fairies. Fairies doesn't seem to exist, and that was its main deck to pick on, right? I think Gardens. Gardens is just a better version of this control deck, but hey, we we got to play it again, and now we get to see if Mengu, Karl, Torolf, and Yaman can get it past the top 8. It'll probably just get crushed by Chatterstorm again or some combo deck that we didn't have to face. But yeah, fun time. Had a good time. Don't know when I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this as a normal Sunday video or something in between. It all depends on Karl, I guess, when he wants these posted up for people to see. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like other random Pauper content. If you don't usually watch my stuff is usually like this anyway. I just play more current decks. Yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.